finished basically, I don't want to call it binding off, but crocheting a neat edge on both sides of the steek stitch. And now what I'm going to do is cut the horizontal bars in that center stitch. Now this white stitch here, or this white yarn, is just yarn that I'd put in there for a marker. So I think I'm going to remove that as I go along. And in here it's a little bit sloppy because I've woven in some different ends and so forth. You can see these steek stitches, or these horizontal bars rather. So I'm going to pull out a little bit more of this white yarn that I used just as a place marker. And then I'm going to cut my steek stitch. And I'm not going to keep this video going the whole time. I'll stop it because I'm sure there are going to be some tricky parts and parts that I want to really concentrate on. But I'm going to cut it neatly between the crocheted sock yarn. The sock yarn is in that blue. It's not really a royal blue. It's not really a teal, but it's in that blue color. And I do not want to cut that. I want that to be a casing, really, for my steek stitches. So you can see I'm cutting this, and and it's beginning to open up. And so I will continue to cut these center stitches, trying to avoid the blue. Now here I've got some blue other yarn that runs through here, so it's a little bit confusing, but I think that's the Shetland yarn. It's a little bit lighter than that sock yarn that's going through there. So I go through there and I'm going to cut these bars, these blue bars through there. Now, thank goodness I'm almost done with the blue. That's orange and blue, and then we get to some white, and I'm cutting, and as you can see, I've got this pretty neat edge that's going to come apart. So I'm going to continue cutting while the video is off in a minute, and then show my results, and that way I can hold this up a little bit closer to my eyes and make sure that I don't cut anything by mistake. Okay, I'm not anywhere near cutting my entire steek yet, but I just wanted to do another quick video, maybe less than a minute, just to show you the horizontal bars here. If you see the orange where the blue side split apart, those are the horizontal bars. And up here, there's a little yellow one right there and a little green one. So those are the stitches that I'm going to cut. As I can take my scissors and cut this orange, and there's a red one in there, and then another orange, and so forth. So those are the those horizontal bars. Maybe this is a little easier to see. Here's another view, close-up view of cutting the steek. I'm continuing to cut. There's a green bar, another green bar, sort of a, I don't know what you'd call that, damask I think is the color of the yarn that we bought. So I'm just continuing to cut my steek, and you can see these nice neat edges that are coming apart here. You need to have a quiet place to do this with no interruptions, because it's a little bit tricky to make sure you don't cut something you're not supposed to. But it's starting to work apart nicely here. Here's a view of the shawl all cut open. It's quite bunchy, and I'm hoping it will block out along the top.